Good evening. On the programme tonight. New year, new fees. The congestion charge rises for drivers and electric vehicles are no longer exempt. Police make 2 arrests as a 23-year-old man stabbed to death in Deptford on New Year's Eve is named. And a look back at your best weather photos sent in to us, come rain or shine. Good evening. It was billed as an incentive for London's drivers to go green, but from today, free travel for electric vehicles through central London is no more. Until now, pure battery-powered vehicles had been eligible for a 100% discount on the capital's congestion charge. But in a move announced by the Mayor last November, this has been reduced to 25% for cars and 50% for vans and lorries. Meanwhile, the regular daily fee for non-electrified vehicles has also risen for the first time since 2020 from £15 to £18. Carolyn Sim explains.
Another year brings another price hike for Londoners, this time the congestion charge. It's gone up from £15 to £18 a day for petrol and diesel cars, and for the first time electric vehicles are paying £13.50 a day for cars and £9 for vans and lorries. It's bad news for businesses like Openreach, a communications firm which has a fleet of 6,400 electric vehicles. The company has just invested in 1,000 more, but because of the congestion charge, they won't be introduced in London.
Right now, I have to revise the strategy because actually this is an incremental cost that we weren't expecting. We will deliver our net zero ambitions, but it will just be outside of London.
That's terrible, isn't it?
It's disappointing. It's disappointing for the communities of London and really disappointing considering that London has been leading the way in terms of EVs.
TfL insists the change needs to happen because more and more cars are electric.
20% are electric now, that number's going to go up. And if we did nothing, effectively you're saying you're going to phase out the congestion charging scheme. And that's not what we want to do. What we're trying to do is strike the right balance between protecting the benefits of the scheme in terms of the environmental benefits, but also managing the traffic levels as well.
When the congestion charge was launched in 2003, the aim was to reduce not just traffic, but pollution too. Cleaning up London's air is one of the Mayor's key pledges, but he insists the plan was always for electric vehicles to pay.
In 2018, when we gave those who have electric vehicles a 100% discount, we said that'd only be for until 2025, and so we were quite clear in 2018.
Another big change happening from today is that the Mayor now has the power to raise the congestion charge every year by inflation plus 1%, without any consultation.
I think you're going to see annual increases, all of which is going to be on top of this extra charge for electric vehicles. I think it's really going to stall out the switch to clean electric vehicles in central London, and there'll be more noisy, polluting petrol and hybrid vehicles.
And some businesses who are calling for incentives to encourage electric vehicle use say paying the congestion charge isn't one of them. Carolyn Sim, ITV News.
A 23-year-old man who was fatally stabbed in Deptford on New Year's Eve has been named by police as John Onitufo. Today, a man and a teenage boy were arrested on suspicion of his murder. Our reporter Alex Isaac sent us this update from the scene.
Just after midday on New Year's Eve, emergency services were called here to Grove Street in Deptford. A 23-year-old man was stabbed in the chest. Sadly, he died at the scene. Today, he's been named as John Onitufo and he lives locally. Police say his attackers initially fled from the scene, but they cordoned off the road and searched relentlessly through CCTV and doorbell footage, and today arrested a 17-year-old boy and a 23-year-old man. Both remain in police custody. John's family are getting support from specialist officers while the investigation continues into what exactly happened on that fateful day.
Alex Isaac reporting there from Deptford. An 84-year-old man from Sidcup has been charged with dozens of historic sexual offences following an investigation launched more than 2 years ago. Edward Sweeney of Welbeck Avenue is accused of 47 offences, including 3 counts of rape of a child under 13. The charges relate to 9 separate men who were aged between 8 and 14 at the time of the reported offences. Next tonight, whether it's a battle to cling on to their own boroughs or a race to gain ground in new ones, the capital's councillors will be fighting for every vote later this year. In May, Londoners will go to the polls in all 32 boroughs to elect their next local leaders. 4 years ago, Labour took 21 councils, including taking control of Westminster, Wandsworth and Barnet from the Conservatives. But as our political correspondent Simon Harris explains, it will be a tall order to repeat the victories of 2022.
Britain's best-known high street has become a political battleground. Sadiq Khan's power grab to banish traffic from Oxford Street put him on a collision course with Westminster Council. Now the Conservatives are hoping the split between the Labour Mayor and Labour Council will help them win back control in May's elections.
They've not stood up to the Mayor. They've handed over Oxford Street without any protest, without any proper democratic consideration, and they're just rolling over and doing what he wants. So I think that's down to them. Yes, the Mayor's come to do it, but they're the ones that aren't standing up.
Westminster was one of 3 London boroughs which Labour won from the Conservatives in 2022, along with Barnet and Wandsworth. Westminster and Wandsworth in particular were regarded as Tory trophy authorities. When Labour captured Westminster 4 years ago, it had a majority of 8 seats. But since then, the Conservatives have won a series of by-elections, narrowing the gap to just 2 seats. In 2022, Labour was able to exploit the fiasco of the Marble Arch Mound. Westminster's Conservative leaders commissioned the temporary tourist attraction in an attempt to lure visitors to the West End, but it failed to live up to expectations and cost council taxpayers £6 million. Now it's Labour defending its record. Can Labour hold on to Westminster?
Absolutely. We're fighting hard, we're getting a good response on the doorsteps. Ultimately, there is no great love for the Conservative Party out there, but they want to know what we've done over the last 3 years and where that's known that's being responded to positively.
But Labour isn't just vulnerable in seats it won from the Tories 4 years ago.
They're vulnerable in boroughs like Redbridge and Newham to independents, perhaps to the Greens, and the Greens will also be hoping to do well in boroughs such as Hackney and Islington and Camden at Labour's expense. And the Lib Dems could do well here and there, but particularly they're hoping to do well in Merton.
Layla Cunningham is a former Conservative councillor who defected to Reform UK. Which councils is Reform setting its sights on in London?
Oh, a lot of the outer boroughs. Havering, I think, will do well. Bexley, Bromley, and you'll be surprised. I think in the inner London we might not win, but we'll get seats.
It seems unlikely Labour will repeat its triumphs of 4 years ago. May the 7th could be a bad night, putting more pressure on Sir Keir Starmer. And if the Conservatives were to capture Barnet, Wandsworth and Westminster, Kemi Badenoch would have a reason to celebrate. Simon Harris, ITV News, Westminster.
OK, let's have a look at the day's sport now.
Powering local sport in the community. Octopus Energy sponsors ITV Regional Sports Report.
There are plenty more London teams in action this weekend. These are Saturday's fixtures. And these are the ones on Sunday. Eyes, of course, will be on Chelsea, who face Man City in their first match since the departure of manager Enzo Maresca. Now, what view did you have of the New Year's Eve fireworks in the capital, whether you saw them in person or on TV? This was arguably the best view. These amazing pictures were filmed from the National Police Air Service helicopter as fireworks across London lit up the night sky. This morning, parts of the capital woke up to a dusting of snow. This was East Finchley in the early hours. Flurries also spotted in Bromley, Croydon and parts of Surrey. A yellow weather warning for snow and ice in London was in place, but has since been lifted. It was still, though, a very chilly start to the year, though. Let's see what the weekend has in store. Holly has all the details in the forecast.
An icy start to the day will give way to a series of oohs and ahs. TUI sponsors ITV London weekend weather.
Hello, good evening. It is ever so cold and it stays that way for a little while now. So we've got this cold wind, it's really giving us a marked wind chill. The air itself is very cold. Bright skies overhead, we had that today, we've got that over the next few days as well. And by night, of course, frosty conditions. Now we had a weather front move through first thing, that brought a mixture of rain, sleet and snow, and in its wake the floodgates open for this Arctic air, and that is going to be with us now as we head through this weekend and into the beginning of next week. So this evening, clear skies overhead, that breeze dropping a little lighter, and temperatures really fall away smartly. So a sharp frost to come for tonight. We could see some icy patches on untreated surfaces, and you can see temperatures widely a good bit down below freezing. So tomorrow morning, it's that cold, frosty start to the day. As I say, it could be a little bit slippery on some surfaces, but it is lovely and bright. So lots of sunshine in store. You keep this breeze though, that's adding to the cold feel of things. Temperatures a little bit lower than today on the thermometers, so highs of just 1 to 3 degrees, and when you factor in the wind, it will feel sub-zero. Now tomorrow evening and overnight, with that breeze dropping a little lighter, temperatures will probably fall away further. So yes, a hard frost to come as we head into our Sunday morning, but again Sunday should bring some sunshine. So through the course of the weekend, some really nice usable weather, but feeling ever so cold, those frosty conditions by night. As we head towards the middle of next week, there is some uncertainty, potentially more unsettled, possibly something wintry. We will keep a close watch on that. Have a good evening.
TUI sponsors ITV London weekend weather.
So that was the weather for the weekend, and of course every day we bring you the full forecast for the days ahead, and every day Sally Williams, our weather presenter, features some of your wonderful photos. In 2025 you sent her pictures of animals, sunsets, sunrises, you name it, and Sally wants more of the same this year. To get you inspired, here's a look back at some of her favourites.
From busy birds to busy bees. From frozen starts to fiery skies. From a waterhole to a waterfall. London's photographers snap it up and we lap it up. It appears there's a lot of love in London, if you know where to look. Hot or cold, big or small, come rain or shine or both, the contrasts are as beautiful as they are bold. A new year leads to new beginnings, but the same seasons bring the same joys, and we look forward to seeing how you capture every moment. Sally Williams, ITV News.
What a talented bunch you are. That's it from us. The evening news is next with Shihab, but for now, from all of us on the London team, have a lovely evening. Bye-bye.